This is a Mashie Niblick. It's a club that comes from a time when shafts were made out of hickory wood and had funny names as opposed to the numbers we label clubs with today. These clubs are still playable, and I'll introduce them in terms of how they fit into a set and how they are used on the course. Here's a basic playset that I have put together. The name Mashie Niblick comes from this club's spot in the set being in between the clubs Mashie, a lower lofted club, and Niblick, a higher lofted club similar to a wedge. In a playset, this club is not really essential, but is highly recommended. It covers a pretty important yardage for short par 3s or approach shots and is a very valuable tool around the greens. I personally use this club at about 100 yards plus or minus 10 yards depending on the shot. Something neat about this particular club is it suggests a yardage to use at, which was something included in some later hickory clubs. However, this was short-lived. This is due to each player hitting the clubs with different yardages and it was soon abandoned. Anyways, here is a clip of me using this club for an approach shot at about this range. Around the greens, this club is also very versatile. In a hickory set, it is important to know that the ball doesn't spin as much, so more runout is needed to account for. Due to this, wedges, or niblicks as they were called, are much harder to use and judge the proper rollout. Instead, a bump and run technique is more controllable and much more consistent. Due to the loft being at about an 8 or a 9 iron, this club is ideal for this shot. Here are a couple instances of this shot working out well for me. I've also learned that it doesn't really make a great putter. However, other clubs should be used for the bump and run as well. If lots of green is needed to cover, a mashie or maybe even a mid-iron may be preferable. If there is an obstacle in the way such as a bunker, a niblick may be needed as demonstrated here with this shot. Finally, here is a clip where I was able to get within a tap-in par on a short par 3 using both the full swing and bump and run technique with the Mashie Niblick. In conclusion, a Mashie Niblick is a club that is not essential in a playset, but is a great weapon for certain approach shots and greenside chips. Due to this, if you are interested in building a hickory playset, I strongly recommend finding one of these. You will not regret it. Next, I'll cover the Niblick in the series of an introduction to the basic clubs in a hickory playset. Thanks for watching.